Welcome to another Hydrohaven guide where we explore the foundation of successful gardening, healthy soil. If you're new to gardening or struggling with poor soil conditions, this guide is your gateway to transformation. Today, we're focusing on 5 exceptional soil-building crops that work wonders while being forgiving for beginners. Healthy soil isn't just a nice-to-have, it's essential for thriving gardens. These 5 crops act as both pioneers and healers, improving soil structure, adding nutrients, and creating the perfect environment for beneficial soil life, all while producing harvests along the way. Let's dive into these garden superheroes that will set you up for years of abundant harvests. Buckwheat, the rapid soil rejuvenator. Buckwheat, also known as Phagopyrum esculentum, might be the perfect entry point for beginner gardeners looking to improve their soil quickly. This remarkable crop grows from seed to flowering in just 30 days, making it the fastest-acting soil builder in our lineup. Despite its name, buckwheat isn't related to wheat at all. It's actually in the same family as rhubarb and sorrel. This pseudo-grain thrives in poor, acidic soils where other crops struggle, making it ideal for rehabilitating challenging garden spaces. When grown as a soil builder, buckwheat performs several critical functions simultaneously. Its extensive but shallow root system thoroughly explores the topsoil, creating channels for air and water while physically breaking apart compacted layers. These roots excel at accessing phosphorus that's already present in your soil but bound up in forms most plants can't use. Through a process called chelation, buckwheat transforms this locked-up phosphorus into available forms that benefit subsequent crops. Above ground, buckwheat's broad leaves quickly form a dense canopy that suppresses weeds while protecting soil from erosion and harsh sun. When flowering, buckwheat becomes a magnet for beneficial insects, particularly pollinators and predatory wasps that help control garden pests. For best results, sow buckwheat seeds directly into prepared soil after all danger of frost has passed and soil has warmed. Scatter seeds approximately 1 inch apart and cover with a 1/4 inch of soil. Water gently but thoroughly. Buckwheat germinates rapidly, often within days. The magic moment comes about 30 days after planting when buckwheat begins flowering. This is when the plant has accumulated maximum biomass but hasn't yet formed mature seeds. Cut the plants down at soil level or use a string trimmer for larger areas. Allow the cut material to wilt for a day, then either incorporate it shallowly into the soil or leave it as mulch on the surface. The residue breaks down quickly, releasing its stored nutrients and becoming food for earthworms and beneficial soil microbes. For continued soil improvement, you can plant successive crops of buckwheat throughout a single season. 3 cycles are possible in most growing regions. Alternatively, follow buckwheat with one of the other soil builders in this guide, or transition directly to vegetable crops that will benefit from buckwheat's soil preparation. Daikon radish, nature's soil decompactor. Daikon radish, or Raphanus sativus var. Longipinatus, offers solutions to problems that would otherwise require mechanical intervention. This winter radish variety, sometimes called tillage radish or forage radish, features an impressive taproot that can penetrate even the most compacted soils. For beginner gardeners facing heavy clay or compacted garden beds, Daikon radishes perform work that would otherwise require a broadfork or tiller. Their aggressive taproots commonly reach depths of 12 to 18 inches, with some extending beyond 30 inches in favorable conditions. As these roots grow, they create permanent channels in the soil that improve drainage and aeration, while allowing future plants to send their roots deeper with less resistance. Daikon's soil-building benefits extend beyond physical decompaction. As a member of the Brassica family, Daikon accumulates significant amounts of sulfur, calcium, and magnesium from the soil profile. When the plants decompose, these minerals become available to subsequent crops in forms they can readily use. Additionally, the decomposition process releases compounds that suppress certain soil-borne pathogens, providing a natural biocontrol effect. For optimal results, plant Daikon radishes in late summer to early fall, approximately 4 to 10 weeks before your first expected hard freeze. Sow seeds 1/2 inch deep and about 4 inches apart. In warm soil, germination typically occurs within days. Unlike standard garden radishes, you'll allow daikon to grow until killed by winter temperatures. The freeze-thaw cycles naturally break down the radish tissue, creating what gardeners call bio-drilling, channels filled with decaying organic matter that feed soil life while improving soil structure. By spring, most of the radish tissue will have decomposed, leaving behind improved soil ready for planting. For gardeners in warmer regions without reliable freezes, you can manually terminate the daikon crop when the roots are well developed. Cut the tops at soil level, and either leave roots in place to decompose or pull and compost them if you need to plant the area immediately. Daikon radishes pair exceptionally well with crimson clover or winter peas as part of a multi-species cover crop mix, combining the soil-penetrating benefits of the radish with the nitrogen-fixing abilities of legumes. While each of these crops provides significant benefits individually, their power multiplies when used in thoughtful succession. For severely depleted soils, consider this basic rotation. Start with buckwheat in late spring for quick soil opening and initial improvement. Follow with daikon radish in late summer to penetrate deeper soil layers. Plant field peas the following spring to add nitrogen, and continue building organic matter. For garden areas you can spare for longer rehabilitation, transition to a 2-year sweet clover cycle. Integrate sunflowers into borders and edges throughout the process to support mycorrhizal networks across your garden. This progressive approach addresses soil issues from multiple angles: physical structure, biological activity, and nutrient cycling, while producing useful crops along the way. Even implementing just 1 or 2 of these crops will yield noticeable improvements, making your subsequent vegetable growing endeavors more successful and enjoyable. Remember that soil building is a journey, rather than a destination. Each season of thoughtful cover cropping brings your garden soil closer to its full potential, a living, resilient ecosystem that supports abundant growth with decreasing external inputs. Thank you for joining us at Hydrohaven in exploring these soil-building superstars. If you found this guide helpful in your gardening journey, please subscribe to our channel for more practical growing advice, and share this video with fellow gardeners who might be struggling with soil challenges. Together, we're building not just better soil, but a more sustainable approach to growing the food and flowers that enrich our lives. Happy growing!